Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and just a quick reminder for everyone out there in YouTube land, if you enjoy the work that we do here and you feel like supporting us, you can do that in a non-monetary way, which is simply to say, when you watch the videos, go ahead and just hit the like button, share it with a friend, leave a comment. Those little things help the channel out, help us help us fight corporate outreach, shall we say, because for those of you who don't know, people can pay and manipulate things, but YouTube still honors some type of an algorithm based on the amount of work and effort that goes into things and the amount of interactivity that people have. So please consider hitting the like button when you watch a video and leave a comment if you would. Now we're on a fun topic, something I could talk about kind of all day, and I found this question to be really interesting for several reasons, and I think you will also. And I'll be looking forward to hearing your responses to this question. Trucker J says, where is the best online auction to make the most profit to sell coins? I have 15,000 coins to sell. Please no eBay. I haven't found a good auction for 2 years now. I'm not a dealer, but I bought out 5 coin dealers back in 2019. I'm thinking that it's time to sell some of my collection. All right, Trucker J, thanks so much for this comment. And so we've eliminated a couple things, and I'm really curious as to why. And this is one of those things where I kind of wish I had a call-in radio show, because I would love to kind of unpack this for everybody, asking Trucker Jay a bunch of questions and trying to get to the bottom of what his issue is. By the way, the closest thing we have to the call-in radio show is we do live streams once in a while. You have to check the community page to see when those are coming up. I get to them kind of around the holidays sometimes, when there's a holiday. Things like that, and when I'm on the road. So, but this is not a live call-in, so I'm going to have to try to work around some of his comments. One of the things that he says is, please no eBay. This really fascinates me up front, because why no eBay? Is it because of the fees involved or the work involved? If you have 15,000 coins to sell, that's a lot of labor. It's simply a lot of labor. And it sounds to me a little bit like Trucker Jay wants to get his labor for free, which is a common thing that I see in the industry, and something that I just want to talk about a little bit. Now eBay and I have a special, eBay has a special place in my heart, shall we say. And the engineer and I argue about it all the time. You may not know this, but basically we're like the coin version of the Kardashians. Like the behind the scenes stuff, it's not pretty. But eBay is really, I have to say out loud, a very good place to sell coins. If you have coins that are certified and are in demand and nice, and you take good pictures, that is a good place to sell them, because they tend to sell. It is, I think, the biggest really natural audience for blue collar coin collecting, we'll call it. So that gets me to my next point, this comment about being blue collar. You know, a lot of the answer to your question depends on what type of coins you have and what price points they're in, and if they're certified or if they're raw. So I would kind of assume that a lot of these are raw, which means that auctions may not be the place to go. You may not have found coin auctions for what you have, because if you have large lots of raw coins, they just don't sell the same that slabbed coins do or certified coins do, and they don't necessarily sell in the same places. There are certain items that sell better on eBay, and there are certain items that are going to sell better at a great collections auction or Bowers and can I just Bowers and Morena? What, I don't know what decade I'm in. Forgive me. You know, heritage. If you have certain types of very specialized ancient coins, you know, you may want to go to one of the auction houses that specializes in ancients. You know, CNG. This is what happens when I film early in the morning before anyone else is awake. That's the thing. But the main point is, the auction house that you use is going to depend a lot on what type of material it is that you have to sell. Now, once again, he mentions he wants to do auctions and wants to sell at a profit, and so there's a lot of money motivation here, which I understand, but no eBay. And once again, so if you don't think that these mainstream auction houses, which people use all of the time, are good enough for you. I don't know what it is that you're looking for, because you can sell direct. You can set up at coin shows. You can go on Instagram. You can use some of the new stuff that's out there and what's not. You can use lots of different formats to sell coins. Some people use the Facebook marketplace type, coin club avenues. All of these things are real things. But one of the things that people don't understand is, or maybe you don't understand until you're in trucker's position, is the amount of labor that goes into selling coins. So one of the reasons it costs money to sell coins isn't because people on the other end are greedy. It's because they have labor involved. You're paying for their time. Just like if you had the mechanic working on your car, or someone coming over to the house, the plumber, whoever, to do some work for you. Most of the cost is involved in the labor. So I had a tour of Heritage this last summer, and they have somewhere around 15 to 20 people actually interact with your item before it is, from the time it is in the door to out the door. 15 to 20 people, and you think about that. And so oftentimes you'll get charged whatever, 15% ish. A lot of the auction houses are in that price range. Great Collections is 10%, 12%, whatever their number is nowadays. But all you're really paying for is someone else's labor. So if you have all slab coins, trucker, and it's a huge collection, and they're all $100 to $500 coins, you're probably going to go through an auction house that'll accept them. Now, the bigger auction houses won't necessarily do $100 coins anymore. I haven't checked in with Great Collections. So we need a lot more information about what type of coins you have as to really what the best way to sell them is. But honestly, if you're trying to sell these all yourself, and you don't want to set up at shows, and you don't want to do the eBay route for whatever your reasoning is, you're going to have to find one of the major auction houses, and you're going to have to accept the results. Now, this is the other thing. When you sell coins directly through eBay or some other way, you are in control of the price points, as long as you go ahead and put things up at a starting price that you're happy with. Now, what you'll find out quickly is that there is competition in the marketplace. Supply and demand is a real thing, and you can't always sell coins for as much as the gray sheet says, or NGC says, or PCGS says. That's not always really the real market. Sometimes the real market is very different. Getting back to my labor discussion, the other thing that you're going to find out is how much work it is and how much effort it is to go through and sell these things. And if your main point is to not have labor at that point, you may be looking at wholesaling everything to dealers, right? And this is the type of thing that people get itchy about, because they think that they're giving up a lot of money when they do that. But at the other end of the spectrum, when you've got the 15,000 coins in hand to try to sell, and you understand the cost involved in your time, what it's worth, you can start to see things very differently. Now, if I can put this into a different format for people who have had to handle estates for the family members and someone who's died, you're going to see a wide range of items that people think have value, that you realize when you try to sell them, it's very difficult to sell in large quantities or certain items. And the coin industry is the same. The coin market's the same. There are certain things that are really easy to sell, and certain things that'll take you a long time, and the price points will reflect that. So I want everyone to go ahead and leave your comments. If you're in trucker's position, obviously we don't have all the information here, but what do you do? My advice generally to people who don't want to do the work is to wholesale stuff out, and that means you just go to a couple local dealers and you find out what they're willing to pay for stuff. And if you're not happy with the prices at that point, then you go back to doing the labor yourself. But give some advice, give some input, and tell them how things have worked out for you when you've gone to sell stuff. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.